Hello everybody, hi, this is Miss Lady at 4206 Boomer, and it is Thursday. Not sure what day. I know it might be the 13th, maybe 14th, whatever the day Thursday is, 13th or 14th. I think it's the 13th. See, I don't keep up with the dates. I keep up with the day. So that's what happens when you retire. I know I need to do better, but that's just the way it is. So today we are here and we're going to prepare what I call clean out the refrigerator and find another way to keep up with your leftovers or make another meal out of one that you didn't eat all of. So we're going to use that that steak that I had put one night earlier this week, and I didn't eat it all, so I'm going to take that and put it in a pot with I'm going to make a little roast, okay? I mean, not a little roast, but a stew. I have some potatoes from my garden, and I have some carrots from my garden, and what I'm talking about is this is stuff that, after a period of time, it starts kind of looking funny, and you wonder, well, I'm using it because my trash day is Friday. So cleaning out the refrigerator and looking at the vegetables that you have, when you go out and you get that harvest and you don't eat it all, you still got to find some kind of way to use it. So, as we say, I'm growing my groceries and I'm going to eat my groceries. So, I have a couple of carrots, and I am going to make me a little, what I call a little small pot stew with the potatoes and bell peppers and things that I have from the garden. And that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting this up, and I don't think y'all are following any of this part. I'm going to try to bring it down so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, there you go. Okay, see, these are the little bitty potatoes that I had from my garden, and I just peeled those carrots. So now, let me finish, because the meat is already done. And it was cooked to perfection, but I just couldn't eat all of it. I like a good medium rare steak. And if y'all saw in the video, it was cooked just right. But anyway, I just couldn't eat all of it. Now I'm going to have to mess it up by putting it in a pot to make a stew. But I will have used what I purchased, did not put it in the garbage disposal. And my dog is too big and she's not going to eat. I love her and she's my dog, but I'm not going to feed my dog a New York strip steak, all right? She can eat chicken, but she ain't gonna eat no New York strip steak, all right? So this is what I'm gonna use it to make me a stew with. So what I'm gonna do, what I'm doing now, I'm chopping. I need to wash this down a little. So I'm going to take about half of this onion and cut it up because I want it to simmer and soften before I start cooking. I want the flavor of it. I'll bring y'all along with it, but right now I'm just cutting up. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of talking during this video because I see when I be talking, I don't be really paying that much attention to what I'm doing. When you get old, what is it? Can't concentration is a virtue. Anyway. So how do y'all do your leftovers? Do you just get up and eat whatever it was just the way it was the next time you choose to eat it when you put it up? Or do you make something different out of it? Uh, I eat leftovers, but sometimes I want to not just have the same thing, kind of doctor it up a little bit more, change out like I'm doing with that steak. So let me get my pot. I'll put a little oil in here, extra virgin olive oil, just enough to brown out my onion and my garlic, because I want those to cook so that when I put the broth and all of that other stuff in it, it'll have the flavor that I'm looking for. And I can let that cook off. Well, that went 2 fingernails, because I sure did cut them. All right. But I'm going to put this to the side so that we can all go to the stove together. I was trying to set up and be ready for y'all. This is just a little green bell pepper. See, y'all can still do something with these little small pieces, when y'all think, oh, my peppers didn't look good and they're not as big as the ones at the grocery store. Yeah, probably because you didn't pop them full of all of that, whatever, that to make them grow and not have a taste to them. Y'all, why are you trying to grow your vegetables to taste like what it tastes like in the grocery store? Grow them to taste better. All right, so, but then too, this was the end of the season. You know how hot it is here in Texas. And our stuff don't make it. July, whatever it is, that's all you're going to get. And you're holding on to that because it's going to start breaking down. And okay, I got to cut that fire down. Here, my oil is getting hot. Let's have a little water with that. All right, sorry for walking away from y'all, but like I said, I'm trying to do this all at one time. All right, this is a little piece of a red bell pepper. That's a little bell pepper. And yes, I picked it, I grew it, and I'm using it. All right. Yeah, I actually, I grew these, and this is the first time that I actually got red and yellow bell peppers when I actually planted red and yellow peppers. So even though they were small, but I did get, and it was more than what I had last year. So okay, that's the little red bell pepper. Green, where's my yellow? Oh, there it is. Ta-da! And my yellow bell pepper. Did y'all plant any different types of peppers? And what are y'all, like I said, what do you do with your leftovers? How do you serve up your leftovers? Or you just raking them down in the garbage disposal, or putting it in the trash, compost, and not eating it? Just because it was small, it didn't mean it wasn't edible. Seeds were viable, they're good, but all right. Okay. Now these potatoes, I'm not gonna be all that with these potatoes. First, I need to empty out my strainer. All right, y'all, I don't know if y'all following me, but I'm gonna walk off because I have to empty the strainer out. Because I am going to use it to rinse my potatoes after. Yeah, I'm leaving the hole on them, most of it. Get the right tool. See my little potatoes? I'm leaving an edge on the top and the bottom, just to make them look nice. I should cut them. I think I will. Try to make them a little uniform, because I'm gonna cut to meat. All right. So now the potatoes taken care of. All right. Let's get the carrots. I think think one I'm not going to use. I think it's a little bass. No, I'm not going to use that one. That one's going to have to go to the compost. Well, the trash. Cooking for one. All right. Yeah. I'm trying to let y'all follow me without having to disturb you too much. So I don't know how that's going. But I'm rinsing out the vegetables now so that they can drain. All right. Now, okay. I don't know where y'all at. Okay, we're gonna go to the stove. Oh, it's hot. Sorry about that. Oh, I was just looking. All right, now let's get the meat. Oh, I need to make up my broth. All right. I buy this better than bouillon. And I'm gonna take one good teaspoon. Let's see how that goes. That big old heaping teaspoon, I'm putting it in. And I'm gonna make 2 cups of broth with that large teaspoon of broth that I pulled out of the bouillon that I pulled out. Y'all have to really mix this up because you think it's all dissolved, and when you start pouring it out, you got all the thick broth that's still in the bottom of the container. And if you want to mess up your food, take it straight out of the jar and put it in your food. Y'all, it'll be too salty for you to eat. Okay, even though they say now that this is supposed to be a little bit lower sodium. I thought that was the whole point of doing this instead of using those bouillon cubes. I'll check back on that to see if it's all dissolved. All right, let's get the meat out. Okay, this is that piece of meat that I had from my dinner. So now we're going to slice it up. Because it's going to be really just about the last thing that I put in the pot because it's already cooked. And we're going to use the bouillon for the flavoring, the beef bouillon. I'll show it all to y'all when I get it together. Y'all, I'm in my kitchen and I am sweating like I got to go and talk to somebody that I don't want to deal with. You know how you get that perspiration going. Okay. Y'all, you know, I'm still dealing with this teeth problem. Y'all, I told y'all about my tooth and my teeth, two of them, and how I was staying off the camera because I was having dental work and this and that. And I can't get this dentist to acknowledge my bill that they gave me that says it's paid in full, but then they want to keep trying to charge me for something. And I've gone up and talked to them, and the business office manager will not talk to me. She refuses, and she says, oh, that was their problem, that was their mistake, and they needed to take it off my bill. Well, they still haven't taken it off. So I'm getting tired of this. And leaving that on they're saying that I have a bill that I'm not paying, and this is now the second month. So they're saying I got too much bad, payment record. And that is not so. So I guess, and see, this is why I have to go up there and talk to them again. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I shouldn't have to be out of money to get them to correct their paperwork. I'm talking about giving me a loan to deal with them, because see, they're not trying to be right about this. And y'all be careful about what dentist you use and where y'all go. Okay, I'm softening up my onions. I'm going to bring you over. I'm going to try not to move y'all too much for you to be, getting dizzy or anything like that. So, where am I going to put y'all? I need a place so that y'all can see what I'm doing. Y'all knows it. Y'all want to see what I'm doing? Well, we just trying to make a meal out of some leftovers, and I'm not putting it in the what is it, the garbage can. That's what we're doing, okay? Making a meal out of leftovers. Okay. Uh, so, and I got it, and it's trying to follow me. And y'all, I can't see because I didn't pull my glasses off. Yeah, I'm about as blind as a bat. Okay, I don't, where did we get that saying from? Well, anyway, I don't see if I cut this out. We're going to check my editing abilities. And here y'all go. Mm-mm. Okay, y'all can see down in my pot, right? Yeah, y'all can see down in the pot. Let me get my glasses. Oh, and I don't have the camera. I don't have my mic on. Just me sauteing off my onion. Ooh, smells good, y'all. Smells good. Isn't it amazing how nothing but onions and garlic can smell so good? Makes you just want to eat up everything. And ain't nothing in there but garlic and onions. Let's check and see if the broth dissolved. Okay, this is 2 cups of beef bouillon. What is it? All right. Doesn't that look wonderful? All right. Now the vegetables. Okay, these are the vegetables. I'm gonna drop the potatoes, carrots, everything. Bell peppers, because we want it to cook in this broth. And if you notice, I haven't put any kind of seasoning in here, especially salt, because I know that that is very salty. Well, to me, you season your meal the way you want to eat it and what you want it to taste like. Because see, this is your food and this is my food. So now see, that's gonna make a nice pot. That's gonna be another 2 meals for me out of this. I'm gonna let it sit and cook, and I will pick you all up a little later because I don't want the Okay, y'all, we back, and looks like, well, the potatoes and carrots are done, and see the broth, and now I'm going to add in a cup of frozen peas. Oh, I didn't tell y'all, my freezer went out, and I lost. Oh, I am so hurt behind that. I guess that's one of the reasons I'm trying to make sure I use whatever I have. Y'all, I had whew, one bag, but we talking about like a 32-gallon bag, garbage bag, you know, of, I lost hams, put 2 hams, 3 slabs of ribs, 3 pounds of ground meat, several pounds of what is it, Italian sausage, smoked sausage, and a variety of that. 5 pounds of chitlins, and y'all, I'm just hurt. I was hurt. I went out there to 20 pounds of chicken. Y'all, I was hurt. I went out there to the freezer because it's in the garage, and to get my dog's food. I buy leg quarters and cook for my dog to top off her food. And I went out there, opened that freezer up, and I had to just shut it back down. It stank so bad. I said, oh my goodness. Everything else in the house working, everything. And I go out there and the freezer is out with all of my big, heavy, bulky meats in there because I have a bottom drawer freezer. And, ooh. So, well, all of the shopping that I did when, the end of the summer, when they put the ribs on sale, after the last holiday, I buy like that. Like after Christmas or Thanksgiving, I buy the hams and put them in the freezer. And all, y'all, I'm hurt. So I'm restocking my freezer. Had to purchase another freezer. Now you got to try to buy it. But then I realized, I said, I can't be too hurt behind it. The freezer was, over 20 years old. But, wasn't ready for that. Okay. So now we have the peas in. And they were frozen peas. And now I'm going to put the meat in. And I'm going to let this marry together and cook. Okay, this is the meat I'm putting in. Okay, that's that leftover steak. See how nice and pretty that was? Wasn't that a good medium rare steak? But I just couldn't eat it all. All right, so here we go. Okay. Y'all, this is making a pot of stew. Can y'all see this? Now that's from leftovers and what I had in my my refrigerator. Carrots that were getting, they trying to look funny on you. Potatoes that I had in the garden that I grew myself. That was little small ones. I didn't have any green beans to go with them. I like to put whole new potatoes in my green beans when I cook them. So didn't have those. So I just made me a stew. And we're going to let this cook again for about, I'm going to let it cook about 10 minutes on low on the stove. Now I'm going to give it 15 minutes on the stove because I wanted to soften up the meat and let the meat get the flavor and dispense its juices off into the pot. And then I'll taste it. Well, I need to taste it now so I can see. I know I need, I haven't put anything in here. Let us see. Well, y'all, to my surprise, we do need a little salt. And I don't know if y'all know, but I'm gonna cook. That cooks out of the pantry. I'll open up the cabinet and see what's in there and what I think I want to put in my food. All right, that's a little salt. Y'all need to put it in your hand or put it in something else, because when you pour it over your food, it's going to make your stuff clump up. Make sure your hands are clean. We don't want to be eating from your dirty hands. Well, you choose. It's your hands and your food. A little pepper. And, of course, if it's cooked in my house, it's going to have garlic. Just a little taste of garlic. Because remember now, we're dealing with 3 cups of broth, a little onion powder. There we go. And do I want? Yeah, I might put a little taste of ground ginger. Give it a little kick. I do like spicy food. Let's see what this is going to taste like. Ooh. I'm rinsing off my spoon. Clean spoon. Y'all, that tastes like something I want to eat. Okay. I think I'm going to put just a tad of cardamom. Not too much. All right, y'all. That was some cardamom and coriander. All right. We're going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes, y'all, because everything is already done. I'm just trying to get the flavor to get together with each other. Oh. Oh, just a tad. I forget my turmeric. I do the turmeric is a healthy. That's for healthy stuff. All right. All right, y'all. I'm going to pick y'all back up after this simmers for a little bit. And we'll take it to the table because it's time for my dinner. It's almost 3 o'clock now. All right, it might be even after 3 o'clock. But anyway, I'll pick y'all back up, okay? Okay, y'all, we back. And Here we go. This is the stew. I put a little bit of, I made a slurge of cornstarch and a little bit of the broth from the pot and mixed it in because I like a little thickness to my broth, but I don't want it too thick. So this is the stew. And I am going to let it sit for a minute. Y'all, I'm tired. I'm having problems with some medication. I think it's a little strong. I've lost so much weight. I'm talking about over a period of time. And the doctor has not decreased or because it's, I think the medication goes along with the, as far as the milligrams go along with your weight and stuff. And it seems like it makes me tired. So that's another thing. But you know, I'm one of those that want to stay out of the doctor's office. Everybody I know and talk to, the more they go to the doctor's office, the sicker they get. So, because they got something else they want to try. I'm not trying to be the guinea pig. So I'm going to let y'all sit for a minute. Okay, y'all. It's ready. Okay. I am going to plate me up a bowl of this stew because I am truly hungry and it's my dinner time. It is approximately 4:45. So I want y'all to bring, like I said, I'm bringing y'all along. Listen. I didn't see that. There's an imperfection in the bowl. All right. Here we go. Plating up my New York strip steak stew. Give me some more. Oh, I wanted that carrots and I didn't do it. I mean, not carrots, but corn. See if I can eat this much. All right, y'all. I'm going to the table. I'll be back. I haven't forgotten you, but y'all know it takes a minute to get these things together. So I'm gonna have to move you for a minute so that you can see at the table dinner. And I'm gonna try to move you around so you don't have to see the house. Okay? I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we can edit this out. Get a little light on the subject. Hey, babe. Come on. Letting the door down, okay? Oh, y'all had to let my dog in. And, all right, good babies get treats. Good baby. tea. Okay, y'all, it's dinner, and I had went and laid down, took my nap because I was tired and hungry, and I wasn't ready to eat. So here we go, y'all. Now, can you? I hope y'all are getting a good vision of this. But this is what I made from that steak that I had left over. This is New York strip steak cooked into a stew, and my sides are my cowboy candy, raw white onion, and fried cornbread. All right, let's see if this is worth eating, because it sure do smell good to me, and it sure do look good. And it came, these are, what is it, cleaning out the refrigerator. All right, y'all, a clean out the refrigerator meal. Mm. Mm. Yes, y'all, this work. Ooh, ooh. Mm. Okay. Mm. Forgive me, y'all. Oh my goodness. Mm. That pepper was hot. Mm. Miss Gabbo again. Mm. I wonder if that was one of those scotch buckets that I put in there. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, don't let it spoil my meal. Cause that was, oh, y'all, it's hot. It got me. Mm. 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 Y'all, that watered my eyes up. Mm. That's spicy. No, I'm not gonna play like that. That ain't spicy. Y'all, that is D-hot. Okay. Whoa! This is the jar that I made with habaneros and ghost peppers. Mmm. That sucker's hot. Okay. We eating potatoes and beans right now. We trying to cool my mouth off. Ah. Mm, mm, mm. Oh. Let's see, we're gonna go back in. We're gonna try this again. Mm, okay. We're gonna try this again, but we're gonna have some potatoes and peas and meat to go with that. Ah. right there needs to be ground up and sprinkled on with eye dropper. Now that one's hot. Mm. But the meat is tender, the peas, the potatoes. This is a good meal. Mm. But I'm gonna have to eat that. Mm. And cowboy candy, y'all, and I made. And it got me scared up. Mm. Well, you don't need to sit here and watch me eat the whole meal. But I'll take the juice. Mm. I think I can eat this bowl.
Please call, go online, or scan the QR code right now. Together.
Y'all, this is good to me. Oh, at the end, I came back and put a little Worcestershire sauce in the final simmering, and I let it sit while after the final simmering, I put some Worcestershire sauce in, and then I took my little nap. I lay down about an hour and 45 minutes every day. I don't have to go to sleep, but I just lay my body down and let it rest. As I keep telling y'all, I am over 70, all right? So we do things in moderation. Really when we feel like it. Thank y'all for following me today. And I hope y'all find something to do with your leftovers besides throwing them in the trash or down the garbage disposal. Because we growing our groceries and I'm eating mine too. All right, y'all. This is Miss Lady at 4206 Boomer. Remember, love somebody, let somebody love you, and always pray. All right? Miss Lady, 4206 Boomer, out.